Okay. All right, I should be live. Hopefully the internet gods are working. And if they are, then we should have some people there. Ricky, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you hear me okay? Am I coming through okie dokie sound-wise? Hopefully so. Okay, my internet is sometimes wonky, and if you lose me, hi Michelle. If I get zappy because of the internet, just wave at me, holler at me, say something. I'll pause a couple minutes and I'll come back. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to pop in and say hi. We'll start in a minute or two just to make sure people have a chance to get on. And if you have questions as we're going through this, just ask me. I'll stop occasionally and double check the feed and make sure that there aren't any questions, and I don't want to leave anybody behind. Okay, that would not be good. I'm assuming all comments come here into StreamYard. Hi, John. How are you? There's John on board with us. Welcome, welcome. Can everyone hear me okay? Somebody give me a yes, I can hear you. Just to make sure we're all good to go before we dive into this thing. Mark, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Anybody? Well, I'm going to assume people are hearing me. Excellent. Thank you, Michelle. All right. Well, that means we're good. I'm going to give it just another minute. We've got 8 people on board. That's a good enough time to get started. Most of you on here and most of the people that'll be watching this later know who I am. So I am going to take a minute or two and introduce myself, but I'm not going to spend much time at all. Chances are, if you don't know who I am, you wouldn't be here. So not a whole lot of need to go through anything else on that. All right, so let's close that. Let me get my presentation ready here, and we'll just go ahead and get started. Arthur, long time no talk to. Good to see you on here. John, thank you. Sounds good. Excellent. Much appreciated. All right. Okay, let's get the show on the road. I'm going to share my screen. If at any point my internet goes weird and you can't hear me, wave your hand, holler at me. Wait a minute. It'll come back. And we'll move forward. And then I'll stop after each little section and just come back and double check here for comments to make sure I'm not leaving anybody behind. So what we're going to do today, just to kind of recap, I've been working on this project now for about 3 months. And it's a software project that I've been working on. There was some software that I needed for my business. And most of you know I've been working with a software company now for about 1.5 years. Doing a lot of reseller stuff, helping clients with some business tools and things like that. So good to hear Arthur. Arthur's sending me a nice message. Good guy. If anybody doesn't know Arthur Zablocki, check him out. Really talented gentleman. So I've been working on this software for about 90 days, and I needed it for my business. I talked to John and Alkita at the software company I've been working with. I'll talk about them in just a little minute. And we decided to build this. And then we decided to fund it by taking partners on board. I already have 11 partners that are charter partners. They put up some money up front to help get this thing built. And what I want to do is I want to fund this thing ongoing so that this thing can have ongoing support. It can have bug fixes. It can have increased versions, and we can grow and grow and grow and grow and grow this thing for a long time. So that's the goal, and that's why I'm doing this presentation. Hopefully, if you like the software, you'll pick it up while we're in pre-launch. I'll give you a super great discount so that when we go live, you'll have a good good deal locked in. But what I'm really looking for is some reseller partners who will come on board and become a partner and be able to resell the software. And that's going to fund our ongoing operation. So let me switch over to my presentation screen. The product is called Genius Messenger CRM. I will post a link shortly. Genius Messenger CRM. I found some solutions for what I needed, which I'll talk about in a minute, and they were either really, really expensive, what I felt was way too expensive, or they were priced great, but they didn't work. The reviews were horrible, okay? So I'd said, well, let's just go build our own thing. I know the software company, I know the developers, and we worked it out. I'm not going to spend really any time going over who I am. Most of you know who I am. I've been doing sales and marketing since the mid-1980s. I've been online since the 90s. I've been working full-time online since 99 in various things, and doing online sales and marketing since about 2006. So the software tool that I'm going to reveal to you today, I reached out to Tier 5. It's a company out of Kolkata that I've been working with for a year and a half. They have some really talented people on board. They have about 60 employees. And I talked to the owners, and we pulled a team out of there to put on this project. And they are developing this for us. We are going to go live with this software around September 1st. That's our hopeful date. So we're about exactly a month out, so that we are in pre-launch now. And this team is doing a great job. And I do have some screenshots we've already got, so I'll show you some stuff. So why did I come up with the software? What is this supposed to do? Well, if you do any kind of sales, you do marketing, if you do, whether you're a direct salesperson like a realtor or a mortgage broker, or you do network marketing, or you're an MLM, or you're in financial services, or even affiliate marketing, or you do info products or coaching, whatever it might be, if you're out there using Messenger, chatting back and forth and talking with your clients, it can be very difficult because there's no organization in Messenger. You see the most recent person, you see the most recent message. Sometimes you can only scroll back so far, and it won't load any farther. And so it's easy to lose leads. You have to scroll back through old messages. If you schedule an appointment in there and you don't mark it on your CRM right away, you can get lost very easily. You have to go back and look for stuff. A lot of times, if you're doing a sales pipeline through Messenger, you find yourself typing the same thing over and over, right? So you got a new prospect. Okay, check this video, or go here and read some information, schedule an appointment, whatever it is that you're doing to onboard your people or to communicate with your people at whatever stage of that sales pipeline or that client pipeline that they're in. Even if it's if you're a coach and it's students, your month one students, you tell them all basically similar things. Obviously, they're unique, but so you're typing the same thing over and over again, and it gets very repetitive. You have to remember who's who. Did this person watch the video yet? Did they book their first appointment? And again, it's not organized. It's not a CRM. It's just a communication device. And a lot of people I know, and what I used to do was get a spreadsheet with stuff and get text files and copy and paste different things in all the time. Where's that text file? And so it's a lot of work, right? So I said, why can't we take Messenger and make it a CRM? And there are some companies that have done that. As I said at the very beginning, they're very expensive, or they have really bad reviews. So I wanted to create an actual solution to do that. And the more I'm designing this, I'm seeing who this is for, okay? And I've come up with so many use cases that we can talk about. It's for marketers, direct salespeople, professionals, networkers, team leaders, JV managers, coaches, anybody who needs organization or tracking and is using social media to reach out and communicate with their client base or with their lead base. So that's really who this is for. Let me give you an example. Maybe you are, let's just use realtors, because I do a lot of business with a lot of realtors. If you're a realtor and you're using social media either to sell properties or to find people to list them or to find buyers, you've got people in different stages that you're working with. Maybe you've got your customers who have listings with you. Maybe you've got people who just found you. You don't even know what they want yet. You haven't done an onboarding with them. You haven't gotten an exclusive listing agreement with them, for example. So they're at a different stage. And then you've got people you are working with, but you need to remember, an appointment. You're supposed to call them back at 6. You need to do comps for them and have it back to them by tomorrow, whatever it might be. And this is just an example using realtors. This tool will help you organize all of that right inside Messenger. So you can, right where you're typing and chatting and doing your stuff, you don't have to leave there. But you can export stuff out to another CRM, or at least that's the direction we're going to go in. So what does this actually do? What does this software do? And how is it going to help you? Let me just check for any. Okay, good question. Arthur asks, what social media platforms will it support? Right now, for the initial loss, we are going to be in Messenger. So we are going to support Facebook Messenger. I want to look into the possibility of going out and being able to go out into other social media platforms after we get through beta, after we get the initial bugs worked out. It's software. It's not going to work perfectly out of the gate. If you think it is, sorry, bad news. So right away, we're going to start with Messenger. That's what it's going to work in initially. Now, you'll see as we go through here, I'm going to be doing all kinds of integrations. There'll be some minimal integrations that we start with. For example, you're going to be able to set appointments right in there. And at the beta launch, we're just going to do Google Calendar, okay? But as we get through beta and we start releasing versions, we'll take whatever calendar system you're using as an example. iCal and Calendly are already on the list, for example. And if you have other ones that you work with, we will build integrations. As I'll show you as we get into here, this is not something I'm building. It's not a big product launch, sell a whole bunch of them and hope people stay until it stops working. We're going to have a full-time team on this, ongoing for support and bugs, and let's get new revisions. And hey, 10 customers want this. How fast can we get it out the door to them to improve the product? So great question, Arthur. But initially, we're going to do just in Messenger, and we'll have some limited integrations. As I walk through the screenshots, I'll show you which ones we have. So, and what I'm going to read right now will make more sense when I go through the screenshots. You're going to be able to categorize and organize everybody in your sales pipeline. You'll be able to attach labels to all your contacts, even ones that aren't in your pipeline. Maybe it's a family member or somebody you attend church with, or somebody you shoot pool with, or somebody, from your bowling club, that you don't want to do any sales stuff to, but you want to make sure you know where they are. You'll be able to label them. It'll remember important data. You'll be able to take notes. Now, some of the other softwares that do this have a note section. We're going to let you take individual notes. So, like that realtor I mentioned, I got to do a comp. Take a note while you're chatting with them, copy it right into your notes, and then it's there. You don't have to scroll back through Messenger or load it into a CRM or write it down on a notepad and hope you find it. You'll be able to, good question, Arthur. I'll answer that in just a second. You'll be able to remember those notes. Arthur asked if it was a Chrome extension or a standalone app. This is being released initially as a Chrome extension, although it has some standalone app features, and you'll see that as I get into it. But keep in mind, Chrome extensions work in Chrome. They work in Edge, Microsoft Edge. They work in Chrome. It should hopefully work in Opera. If not, we'll do what we can to make sure it's there. And there's another one that they work in. There are 4 browsers that this will work in. It won't work in Safari, and it doesn't work in like your older browsers, but like Microsoft Edge, Chrome, Brave. It'll work in Brave. I use all my Chrome extensions in Brave. That's a browser I use, and Chrome extensions work beautifully in there. No changes needed. So it will work in the browsers, but we will have some standalone things, and you'll be able to download things at some point. It'll remember important dates with notifications. Like I said earlier, you'll be able to tie this into calendars. And then we'll have templates that you can save things and say, hey, my new people, I'm always giving them this video link. I'm always telling them this. So you can have little canned templates that you don't have to go copy and paste or retype things endlessly. You can put it in there, customize it a little for them, and send it off. Plus a lot more, productivity tracking, ROI, and all of that. So let's actually take a sneak peek. Let's look in there. Now, these are advanced look images. As I said, we're in development. They're working out bugs right now. We're well through the process. The actual look might be a little bit different. We might have to make some small changes between now and September 1st. And remember, we're going to continually improve and revise this. Okay, we're going to have a full team on board, and I'll show you how we're going to fund that. So let's just take a look at it. Let's just dive in and see what this is going to look at. Now, I don't actually have a logo. When I put a page out there that you can go to, you're going to see at the top of the page it just says your logo here. Okay, I got a placeholder there. I don't have a logo. I don't think in here I can zoom in and make this a little bigger. Let me see something. I've not used this Google presentation platform. I'm usually just doing it right in there, so I don't know if I can zoom in on this or not. Hopefully you can see that it's just a login screen. Enter your username, enter your password. You'll be able to password protect all your access. You'll get a default password when you start, and then you can change it. And if you forget your password, we do have a forgot password screen. Okay, you will be able to reset that at any time that you want. Look at this, Arthur. See, I saved it. Arthur says he's been creating sketches and designs for his own. Well, I just saved you a whole bunch of time. You can come on board as a reseller and make all the money yourself, and you don't have to put in all the design work. I just saved you probably $30,000. So, all right. So here's what it looks like. Okay, you come in on the dashboard. I'm not sure how. I wish I could zoom in on this, but what we've got, you can see the blue and the green and the purple and the yellow are labels. They say prospect and new leads and interested in a certain product and things like that. So you've got your different categories of labels, and it'll tell you how many people are in that label. And then you've got some menus there to the left. You will be able to, initially we're not here. The menu, I added another item on there. Initially, you're not going to be able to do this, but you're going to be able to sync devices. So again, that realtor, you're working on your laptop at home, and then you want to switch, or your laptop at home, and then you go in the office and you're working on a desktop, or you're working on a different device. You'll be able to sync those. That's going to be one of the very first features we do once we're out of beta and we have all the bugs worked out. You'll be able to move those. I don't know if you can see that. It's like you click it and just drag it around so you can reorder your labels on this screen, so you've got some good organization. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. She said it looks awesome. Yeah, the developers are doing great. They're just really building us a beautiful tool here. So you can move them around. So if you think, oh man, I need to put another category in between these in the sales pipeline, you can create that new label, but you can also drag it in so that visually you can see you can see the layout of the pipeline. So you'll be able to move them around. There's a little bit more of a close-up, so hopefully you can see that a little bit better. So prospect, new leads, demo to be presented, whatever your things might be. And then when you click one of those, it'll open up, for example, this is new leads, and you'll be able to see all the contacts that are in there. And you could even go right down your list and go, I need to touch base with all these people today. And there's your organization. Arthur asks max number of labels and categories. No max. We are not limiting this. We know people might have a very simple pipeline, but we also know people. And Arthur, I have a feeling you're one of them. You're going to need, hundreds, perhaps. So yes, no limit. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Slick design. Yes, very much so. And then also, you can't really see here, but if you hover over those, like there's where you would add a note. So you would click on that right from that screen. And there's another place you can click on it right from the chat menu, but from your main screen, you can click that. And then there's custom notes. Type your notes in. You'll see a trash can after each one. So the note's old. You've done that, whatever it is, whatever that item is. You don't need to remember it anymore. Click trash. It's gone. You can add as many notes in there as you need to, as need be. I believe at first the notes are just going to come in chronologically as you type them. In a future version, I would like to be able to drag them so you can drag something up in order of priority and things like that. Those are the kind of improvements we're going to make over time. And then you have global templates, right? Like categories, like Arthur, you were saying categories, like you got somebody that's ready for a demo, or you got somebody that's in an introductory mode. And then you can open that and you can see all your canned responses. You can add them. You can go in and edit them and do things like that. And there's a quick access I'll show you when you're actually chatting with them. Okay. So notifications. Let me go back a screen. Okay, let me go back a couple of screens where you clicked them right here. Okay, where you add a note. If you can see, there's a message button to the left of that. You can click that and send them a message. It'd go right in Messenger. You can add a note. You can add a notification, or you can wipe out that contact, or you could hit the down arrow where the purple is and add them to a new category. Okay, they're through the pipeline, they've moved to the next phase. There are many different places in here you can move them along to the next place. But one of the things we'll be able to do is set a notification. So if you can't see that, there's a line to put a subject, to put the person's email, and then to put the date and time of the notification and a message. What is this notification for? And as I said earlier, during the launch, when we come out with beta, we're going to be synced with Google Calendar. Once we're out of beta and we've got all the bugs worked out, we're going to add Calendly, we're going to add iCal. And you guys tell me what you want. Tell me what integrations you want, what other calendars you're using. And as long as you're not the only person in the world using it, we'll put it in the dev schedule really quick and get it added expediently, so that so that we can grow with you. All right, this is your tool to use, so tell us what you want and we'll give it to you. Your labels, we're going to give you some quick picks. Okay, you got a dozen different colors you can choose, so you can make different colors, but you may want certain phases in your pipeline to be similarly color coded: light blue, medium blue, dark blue. If those categories are similar, or they're a different aspect of your business, so we'll let you custom. As long as there's a hashtag color code for it, you'll be able to use it. So you've got that many colors that you can have, and then we'll have a clean screen, I'm calling it. Okay, where you can go to a page. This is why I was saying, Arthur, it works in Chrome, but or Edge, or Brave, or whatever. But it's going to be even more than just an extension, because you'll have a page you can go out to where everything's organized in a cleaner format with more room, where you can see things and work with things in there. And from that screen, you'll see your labels, and then you'll be able to go in and work with templates and categories and add new templates, in a really easy way. You'll be able to see contacts and have a master list. And then as far as contacts go, here's inside Messenger itself. Okay, so on the left, you can see there's your list, and they're still in the order you've talked to them, but at a glance, you can see what stage they're in by the color code. And you can toggle that label on and off, because that may get in your way. You may not want that on all the time. You can toggle that off so it's not in your way. But you can also put it there and access, move them to a new list right there as well. Let me pause for a minute, make sure there aren't any questions. Nope, we're all caught up. Beautiful. And then, so when you're in Messenger, you've got that on the left, but then if you can see, there's a little G at the bottom, and that's not the symbol we're going to use, but right where that message bar is, you're in there typing with people. Okay, you need access to the notes, or you need access to the notifications, so you can put it on your calendar right away. Just click that little thing to the right of the chat bar, and boom, your menu pops up. Okay, there's your notes. There's your canned responses by category. There's your canned responses individually. Just click the little arrow, it'll show up in the chat bar, and you can either hit send, or you can edit it a little bit and make it more customizable. So you'll be able to access all that kind of stuff right there from chat. So that's my run through of the screenshots. Let's see here. Let me talk about the future of it. Whoops, when it converted into the Google presentations, it kind of changed the look of this a little bit. We're going to do an initial launch. As I said, we're in development right now. I've got some charter members on board who help pay for the initial development. Then we're going to get founding partners on board. I'll talk about momentarily, and I'm going to put a link up here in just a moment. The founding partners are going to fund the ongoing process of this. So after the initial beta test, we're going to fix all the bugs, and then we'll do a public launch. I'm hoping that'll be 30 to 45 days after the beta launch. I'm allowing 60. You know how these things go. You're dealing with software. So we'll do the public launch. Then we'll acquire some testimonials. We'll get some use cases. As people start using this, they'll find some great use cases. And then we'll constantly do continual revisions, continual updates. We'll add integrations. I want to add integrations with CRMs. I want to be able to right after beta for our public launch, I would like to be able to export all the data to a Google Sheet. And then we could have some integrations where you could export it directly to other CRMs. But initially just a Google Sheet, because from a Google Sheet, you can use Zapier and send it anywhere in the world you want. You can send them, put information in there and send it out. Even using notes, you could put it into something like one of our products, Chirply, and send them into a text campaign, or, all kind. The options at that point are literally endless. You will, Arthur's asking if he imports contacts from Facebook or adding individually. Well, the contacts will be there because they'll see your Facebook contacts in Messenger. So as long as they're a contact, they'll be there. You'll have to tag individually during beta. One of the additions that we're going to be able to go as soon as we get out of beta that we want to be able to do is group adding, where you can click a group down and add some extra people, or you'll be able to maybe send a mass message out. Of course, it'll delay it by time, or Facebook will shut you down. Different multitasking kind of things that will be added, but initially you'll just have to add them individually. Let me go through. Let me do Arthur's next question next. Can I go quickly from the CRM to Messenger conversation? Yes, absolutely. With the click of a button and boom, you're right there. Yes, absolutely. Initially, what we're going to do is we're going to have that open in that same tab until we get through beta, and then we'll have other options where you can open in a new tab, open in a new window, open in that other page that we have. There'll be all kinds of options. But yes, a click of a button and you'll be able to do that. Thank you, Maseo. Arthur also asks, can you quick import a portion of the conversation to the CRM? Yes, absolutely. And we're going to have some other import things where you can move an entire conversation in, or a date range, or you can download the conversation, or you can delete an entire conversation or parts of it. I want to be able to do that eventually. But for now, it will be a matter of copying and pasting. But what you would do is you would paste that into notes. If that's something you need to remember, you would just paste it, and notes is right there. Okay, let me go back and show you this, right? So you're here, okay, and you've got the page is blank above the chat bar, but there's your conversation. You've got a couple of things you need to put in there. What you would do is just copy them, click the little button in the chat bar, boom, there's your notes, add a new note, and you're done. It's in there, and then it's a new note. If it's something that you're like, oh, holy crap, I'm going to need to be sending this to all kinds of people all the time, you can create a new canned response right there. Click of a button. You'll be able to do that. Great questions. Will you be able to add members of a group or a person's friend? Fantastic question, John. Oh, and I missed a couple of the questions. I'll come back to you. Sorry, Michelle, I'll grab you. And Larlin, thank you for coming. Yes, you can catch the beginning on the replay. I haven't gotten into any of the partner stuff, so you're at a good time. But yes, you can see the replay. John, yes and no. You're going to have to be friends with them or contacts of them to put them in here. We do have several tools that you're already aware of that you can add people from a group and friends and things. I eventually wanted direct integration with those tools. I have another software. This one I'm building, the one you're watching. The Tier 5 team is building this for me. I have another one I've white labeled from them that will be able to engage people in social media and then send that conversation to Messenger. Once we're through beta on on this product and that one, and everything's running good, I am going to add an integration to that. So that when you add them in to Messenger from a social media post, they'll automatically be labeled or tagged whatever you've told it in advance to add that. And we'll have other integrations. If there's a tool you're using that you want to have that integration in here, talk to me. We'll get it added. That's the name of the game. We want this to become the best tool to do this. Michelle had a question. I apologize. I skipped you here. I didn't see it right away. If they aren't a contact but are following our chatbot, do we have to manually add them? Yes, because, and I'll tell you why. That's a really great question. And I'm hoping that we can have integrations, but these integrations will have to come from the different chatbots. Some people use, like ManyChat. I like Clever Messenger. That's the one I'm partial to, but there are a bunch of great ones out there. But chatbots work with pages, right? Primarily. And our tool is going to work primarily with your profile. And so we need to get them to talk together. Now, you can do that. You can use Zapier and things like that to do that. Initially, during the beta launch, yes, you will. Arthur, sorry, Michelle. Arthur's cracking me up. Yes, you'll have to do that manually during beta. But one of the very first things I would like to add after the public launch, I've got my development schedule done. And then after that initial round of integrations and things like that, I would love to look at how we can integrate these with chatbots so you can move them directly from a chatbot, say from a page over to this system, or integrate this system with pages as well. Don't know if that's possible, but yes, those kind of things we're going to look at. Arthur, I'm going to share this because you cracked me up. He's working out right now, and this has been his workout music. Love you, buddy. Thanks, man. That's great. Okay, so that catches up the questions. So we're going to, and again, as we just did on these questions, we're going to continually improve this. Again, I apologize. These slides didn't convert perfectly when I moved them into Google Docs. How we're going to monetize and fund this. Let me talk a little bit about this, and then I'm going to throw a link out there. So if somebody just wants to pre-order a copy of the tool for personal use and get off and move on with their day, they can do that. Or if they want to jump in, they already know they want to resell this. They don't need to see the reseller program, and they want to hop on and get one of the early bird spots on the partnership. You can jump in and do that. And then as I go through here, I'll walk through the reseller thing. Before I do that, are there any more questions on the extension itself? And because there's a little bit of a delay between StreamYard and Facebook, I'm going to pause and take a drink and hang out and give people a time to answer some questions, ask some questions, sorry. And then I'll post a link, and then I'll go into the reseller program. I will tell you that if you know somebody that you know is going to resell this and you'd rather buy from them, they're probably going to be, I'm going to let my reseller sell cheaper than me. So you can hit them up, but we've got a really super low price because right now all you can see is screenshots, and you can't have anything to use until at least September 1st, and you might even be making a second payment before you can even use the tool, but you'll be grandfathered in at a very low price point. So I'll put that up there. The program for partners, I'm going to use what's called an ascending invoice. I'm going to start it very low. I think you'll be shocked at how low I'm letting people come in and have unlimited accounts to resell and keep 100% of the money. But each time someone buys, it's going to go up $15. And then we're going to cap it out at $4.97 a month. So we're going to start low. So the early, Michelle, yes, I know you will. The early birds will get a nice low price, but it's going to be worth it. You got to admit it, even at $500 a month for unlimited accounts, you don't need to sell a whole lot to break even and then be in the profit. And drum roll, please, what most people who do reseller programs do not allow, I will also allow, after I've got my initial funding done, I'm only having 31 resellers. After that, we're done for the founding unlimited accounts partners. I'm going to then let you guys sell reseller accounts. You can go out and sell 25 unit accounts, 50 unit accounts, 100 unit accounts for other people to sell and make money that way as well. Let me post a link. I think, bear with me one second. I don't see any other questions. I think I have to actually go to my Facebook page, and in order for this to be a live clickable link, and put this link in there. So bear with me. Let me do that. Okay. The page you're going to go to is the sales page for the product. It'll have a video walkthrough basically of what I just did. Product-wise, and then there'll be a button where you can buy the product in pre-launch, or you can go to a partner page. There'll be a video of what I'm about to show you in this next section. And if you just know you want to be a reseller, there's a button there on the ascending invoice. You can click it and jump right in before you even see the presentation. No problem. And I know for a fact some people on here will do that. So let me go to Facebook, and hopefully this doesn't mess me up logging into my account here while I'm on StreamYard. I've never done that. I'm going to find this live stream, and I'm going to just post it right in the thread here if I can. If not, I'll PM it to someone and ask them to post it for everyone. So let's see if I can actually do this. And it looks like I can. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Actually, I don't think I can edit the description. I cannot. So I'm just going to add right in the comments. There's a link here, and there you go. It's in the comments. It's at the 1 minute mark. You may have to do show all. You may have to do show all comments in order to see it, but that link is in there live. So now I'm going to take a sip of water, and we will show you how the partnership program is going to work. John's in, Michelle's in. We're starting this nice and low. Even if you're one of the last ones in, no problem, it's worth it. But if you jump in today, it's going to be super, super cheap. And again, you may have a second payment before we go live, but at the price point that it is, who cares? You can start pre-selling this as soon as my presentation is over. I'm going to give you these presentation slides. Anybody who's a reseller, I'm going to give you my videos if you just want to use them, or I'll give you my slides if you want to record your own or use the screenshots. I'll give you all the screenshots. You can create your own presentation, and you can go pre-sell right now. I do have some price point requirements for minimum advertised pricing, so please at least spend the time to look through that and let me share that with you before you go selling it publicly online. You can sell at any price point you want. I don't care what it is, but if you're advertising online, we've got some minimum price points just to preserve the integrity of the product, to make sure we don't have somebody going out there on black hat sites selling this thing for $3 a month or something and just kill the value of the product. We'll shut you down if you do that. So there are some rules, but you'll be able to start reselling immediately and start recouping your money. So let me go back to the presentation. Let me just make sure. I think I'm all caught up. Okay, excellent. All right, sorry. Thank you. Okay, so how are we going to do the monetization? Let me just talk about that for a second. I already have 11 charter partners. They came up with the cash for me to fund half of the project, and then I paid for the rest of it myself. And now what we're going to do is take what we're going to call founding partners. A founding partner will get unlimited licenses to resell to end users. And then after I have all those positions filled, 31 only, done, once filled, never again, for unlimited accounts. And then you'll also be able to, at that point, sell resell accounts. You can actually sell resell accounts. We'll make them a partner. We'll put them on the website, put their picture up there and everything, make them official. That is going to fund, I have 31. I need 25 of you to fund the ongoing project, which I know we'll get. We'll get all 31, but the 25 covers my cost, so I'm not digging out of my pocket every month. It will pay for the full development team ongoing, so we can always have support, always have improvements, always work out bugs, always fix things, always add integrations. Then those last 6 spots are my profit, so I get to make a little money too, okay? But then the partners, all you guys, reseller partners, can concentrate on marketing, on sales. I'll have the website up there. You'll always sell it cheaper than me. I don't care. I'll get a few sales through the website. You guys do the sales. I can concentrate on working with the partners and the existing customers who are saying, hey, I have a bug here, or I want to add this integration, or can this do this, and those kind of things. So it allows me to concentrate on continually improving and making this product fantastic. And this is a monthly payment. John answered that. Thank you very much. Yes, it's a monthly payment. You can pay annually. I don't give a discount, but if you want to sell annual to your customers, you can do that. And I'll just say, hey, pay me annually, and then you can go sell annually. That's no problem. But it is monthly, yeah. And thank you, John, for jumping in and answering that. I appreciate that. So that's how we're going to do the funding. So let me show you how this reseller partnership works, because it's similar. If you know, like some of the tier 5 reseller partnerships, you'll know most of how this works, but I've put some twists on this, all in your favor, okay? I put a lot of thought into this, actually. You've already seen who I am. And we already talked about this, why reseller partners. The founding partners pay for, they pay for the ongoing process, but then the reseller partners, we'll let you guys make money getting reseller partners. That gets the product out there. It gets us testimonials. It gets end users. It gets us hopefully to become a household name. And it gets us more end users. We'll have a bigger, better community. And again, concentrate on software, not marketing. So I'm going to talk about reseller partners and founding partners. Okay. And there's a little bit of a difference. What I'm offering you guys today is a founding partner. But I want to show you the reseller, because this is what you can sell. You'll be able to sell these reseller partner slots until I say no more. We've got enough, and we can't do any more. As a founding partner, and if you click the link, you'll see at the top partners tab, you can go to that. You'll see the 11 people that came on as charter partners. And then I already got one reseller partner earlier because I needed to test the funnel. By the way, there's not going to, I can't get this redirect script to work. I think it might be now. If you don't go to a thank you page with instructions, I'll see that you came through and I'll connect with you afterwards and I'll tell you what you need to get, to get in and get up on the website and, and what the process is. We'll get you in a partners group where you can get all the slides and all of that stuff. So if it doesn't take you to a thank you page, it just says thank you for purchasing, I'll hook you up after the presentation. So you as a founding partner and the reseller partners, you'll get end accounts to resell, okay? There's a product called QB. Some of you may be familiar with that, and it's going to handle all of our licensing. So when a new account is added for an end user, QB will notify that. It'll create the account. It will provide them a login. And if they stop paying you, for example, and you tell QB, cut this guy off, suspend his account, or delete his account, it'll do that, and he won't be able to access the extension. That way you can make sure people pay you all the time. They're paying you every month. If they stop, I would suspend them. Might have been an accident. Go find out, what's the reason, and once they start paying again, you can reactivate their account. So you'll get your own QB login. By the time we go live, we should also have some webhook APIs and maybe even a direct Zapier integration so that when you sell something, you can have their account set up automatically. You won't have to go manually set up accounts. Okay, John did not get a thank you page, and neither did Larlin. Okay, thank you for letting me know that. You guys I got to fix, maybe one of you guys that's tech savvy when we're done can help me get my thank you page redirect script added to invoicing you. But I will get with you all afterwards. I'll send you an invite to the group and make sure that you have everything that you need. I will absolutely make sure you're taken care of. But thank you for letting me know that. So so you'll get your QB login, and you'll be able to add accounts manually or add accounts automatically, so you don't ever have to touch it. Somebody pays, QB will see that. It'll set up their account. You could, depending on what you're using to email people, if you're using Chirply or ActiveCampaign or whatever, you'll be able to tie it into that and send them a message with their login info. You can be completely hands off. So you'll also get your name and picture on the website. I got the charter section. You'll see founding partners section. You'll be in the founding partners section. Once we have that full, anybody after that will go down in the authorized reseller section. And you can send people to the website. Again, I'm going to keep my price point higher than yours. Off the bat right now, we're in pre-launch. It's ultra low. As we get deeper, it'll raise, but I'll always be higher than what you're allowed to advertise for. So you never have to worry about sending somebody to the website to show them, hey, look, I'm authorized. I'm with the company. I'm an official partner. Go check it out. You can, and you don't have to be on the website. It's just you're allowed to be if you want. And then you're allowed to, you as a founding partner can sell as many accounts as you want. Resale partners will be limited to 100. And then if they want more after they've sold their 100, we're going to look and make sure they're following the rules. And then we'll let you sell them another 100 accounts. And then opportunity on future partnerships. I'm going to give you guys a discount if you want to join my white label, the one I talked about. I'm going to give you a opportunity to jump on there at a reduced cost, and that's not a sending invoice. And future products that I come out with, I'll give you guys first crack at it at a low cost. How we protect value of the, let me ask you a question. Is there any questions on what I've gone through? Whoops, gone through right now. John says, don't leave town. I won't. Hey, I give you my cell phone. You want my personal cell phone number? It's 443-992-5004. That is not a Google number. That is my absolute personal cell. I'm not hiding anywhere. I give you my house address, give you my personal cell, reach out. Laurelyn, I saw who you purchased under. We're good. And I would have probably realized that, but thank you for making that clear. That's fantastic. So any other questions? Okay. So let me show you how we're going to protect, whoops, change slides, how we're going to protect the value. Let me go. I think I have product pricing. We're going to monitor the partnerships. We're going to make sure people are obeying the rules. I've got all kinds of alerts set up. If you show up on a Black Hat site, we'll buy it and figure out whose PayPal account it's going to, so somebody's not out there, because I'm not worried about you guys doing it. I'm sure you won't, but if somebody's out there doing that, it's going to devalue the product, and we can't let that happen. I'm going to have a full-time development staff, so we'll have support. We'll be able to fix bugs quickly. We'll be able to add integrations, add all kinds of stuff. And we're going to have future-related products. I'm going to tie things to this so we can grow actual funnels, or you can build bundles with this, and we're going to have a community. Let me stop my presentation. I'm going to jump over here and show you how we're working this. And this I can blow up. Good. I'm going to show you how we're going to work the pricing to protect the product. So right now we're in pre-launch. Okay, we're not live yet, right? On the website you saw we're selling it for $27 a month or $270 a year. That's always the way I price annually. I just 10 months, 2 months free. If you decide to jump in and pay your fees ahead annually and you want to do that, it works great. People love that. Here's your minimum advertised pricing. Now, as a reseller, as a founding partner, you can sell this for anything you want. If it's private, if you're in chat with somebody, it's your email list, you're doing a webinar that's not going to be rebroadcast all over the internet, it's private to your list, sell it for whatever you want. I don't care. But if you're going to put a website out there that people can find, while we're in pre-launch, the minimum you can sell for is $17 a month or $170 a year. Ignore this one. Only charter partners can do lifetime accounts. $17 a month or $170 a year is the minimum advertised pricing. Now, if you're adding things to this, adding value to this, giving coaching with it or something else, obviously your price can be higher and people don't care. But your minimum price is going to be that until the day we launch. And then the day we launch, I'm going to raise the website price to $37 a month and change your minimum advertised pricing to $27. Again, sell it for whatever you want. But if you're going to put an ad out there, you're going to run a Facebook ad, you're going to put a website up, you're going to do a webinar and put replays out there, $27 a month, $270 a year is the minimum you can advertise it for. And then once we're out of beta, 30 days to 60 days is what I'm figuring. Our version 1 product is $47. Now, just to give you an idea, one of the competitors out there that we have, it is that my burner. No, Munir, it is not my burner. Burner asks if that's my burner. Nope, it's not. I gave you the number, 443-992-5004. I'm not going to answer it now, but feel free to call me. Is that my burner? That's hysterical. So I'm sorry. Munir threw me off. Yeah, 46. So, price comparison. One of our main competitors that actually has a halfway decent product, although there are some integration issues that it has, sells for $147 a month. It's called Pepper for their whole product. We're going to have almost everything they have on launch, and by version 1, we'll have everything they have and then some. So this price point is fine, and there are other ones out there. Chat Silo, there's a couple of other ones that are around the 37 price point, I believe, but they look at the reviews, you'll see. So we want a really quality product. I'd like to wind up at the maybe $77 mark on because we can bundle it with something else and still keep it under $100 a month for your customers. But once we're out of beta, we'll go to $47 a month on the website, and then you as resellers can advertise for $37 a month or $370 a year. And then version 2, we'll just go up a little bit, and you'll notice the website price is always lower than what your minimum advertised pricing. So you can always be lower, but then we have that minimum advertised price to protect the value of the product. Okay, so that nobody, it can be out there devaluing it, and then nobody has anything. A couple of other little rules, specials. You can run specials you want if they're private. If you're doing a birthday special, Black Friday special, I wouldn't put them out and advertise for them, but you can say, hey, I got a Black Friday special, PM me or get on this list and I'll send you the info or whatever. Let's not make this a bonus for something else. You can do that if it's private on your list and you have something you're selling, you want to add this as a bonus, but I wouldn't put it out there. Don't be adding it to, things on JV Zoo or something like that. And that'll just devalue the product. You can bundle it with other things if you want. This is going to become a lead product. This is a premier product. So if you're bundling it with things, just keep the pricing in mind when you do that. Don't advertise your partnership prices. I got another slide for that. So we'll come back. Any questions so far on minimum advertised pricing? Anybody have any questions on that? I'll give it a minute for the things to catch. I am surprised no one took me up and called me because you knew I wouldn't answer the phone. All right, excellent. Okay, so I'm going to move on then. So That's how you sell to an end customer. Okay, so abide by those rules, abide by the minimum pricing, and then you invoice them. You can use invoicing you can use PayPal invoice, you can put a buy button up on whatever your cart software is and sell it, and you keep all the money. Okay, it's all yours, 100% of it. That's for end users. Now, you might run into people that you want to resell to. Maybe you want to market to social media agencies. This product is perfect for them. Or you want to market, instead of to real estate agents to use the product, you want to market to real estate brokers and try to sell them 50 accounts that they can give to their agents or sell to their agents or anything like that. John, thank you. John says it's a well thought out map. I'm going to tell you what I did, and this is how I work. I did a Zoom with all of my charter partners, and we did it collectively, all 12 of us. And that's how I move forward. You know, this is my product, but as partners, I really view that as a partnership. I will take your input. I will take your advice. I will listen to what you have. You know, I will be very open-minded about that. It's the only way this is going to continue on really well. I know some of you, you're smarter than I am. Okay. So I would be an idiot, not to listen to you. So, thank you for that. But yeah, I always like to get, feedback and input. So, and you keep all the money. Okay. So if you sell an end user account, you keep all the money. Now, whoops, I can't click that. I have to go to my presentation and click that. Again, I apologize for the reformatting here. You can resell partnerships also, not just to end users, but you can actually you can sell reseller partnerships after I have 25 founding partners. Okay, I'm going to take a moment. Let's see what we're up to right now. See how many people grabbed things while we're on here. 5. Okay, excellent. So 20 more. We need 20 more founding partners. Excuse me. We need 20 more founding partners, and then you guys can start selling actual partnerships. The rules for that is don't advertise the price, and I'm not going to advertise the price. Just say, hey, talk to me, because you want to talk to people that you're doing. You want to make sure they're not going to be out there on a black hat site or devaluing the product anyway. And your minimum price point is going to be $1.97 a unit, with a minimum of 25 units and a maximum of 100. We don't want less than 25. They're not really going to be a reseller. If they're not going to commit to 25 units, then they're not a reseller, and just sell them an end unit so they can use it and tell them once their business grows, they can come back. Max of 100. The reason for that, again, is so we can watch what these people are doing. We can make sure, nobody gets unlimited accounts except you founding partners. So sell a maximum of 100. And if they want more than that, great. But we'll look and see how they're selling. If they're abiding by the rules, then you can go back and sell them another 100-unit package, and another if they keep abiding by the rules. Now, for reseller end user sales you make, I don't get any money. Genius Software gets no money. You're paying us the monthly partnership fee. You sell everything. You keep all the money after that. There's nothing coming to us. But when you sell reseller partnerships, we need to charge for that, a small price. You're not going to pay 60 cents a unit, though. That is for reseller partners that you sell to. Okay, you're going to pay 40 cents a unit. And let me explain why, and let me explain how that works. When we get more partners out there, we're going to have more marketing campaigns. We're going to have a larger customer base. I'm going to get hit up with larger and larger server costs as we get into here, because some of this data, especially as we get into exporting and downloading and saving and syncing with devices and things, we're going to have higher and higher storage costs the more users we have. So the more partners we have, the more marketing is being done, the more my base cost goes up. We're also going to have a harder time on support, because we're going to have more people that are having issues. We're also going to have more integrations, because more people using it, more case uses we come into, they're going to come up with other things they need integrated or other ideas of how to improve it. So my cost is going to increase as we get more customers, but particularly as we get more partners. So I'm asking that you share in that. If you're adding a new partner who can go out and sell 100, bill them. Here's my suggested price for resellers. Again, sell them for whatever you want, but I would sell 100 unit resell account for $197. That meets our minimum. It's $1.97 a unit. And then you bill them and you get your $197. If they're a reseller partner selling that, I'm going to bill them $60. As a founding partner, I'm only going to bill you 40. So you get 197 a month. You would pay me 40 a month. Your profit's 157 on that account. And charge them a setup fee if you want. Upsell them my 40, whatever you want to do. If you sell less accounts, raise your base price. So it's about $2 an account at 100. If you're selling 50, make it $3. So sell 50 at 147. To you, that's only going to be $20, okay? Because you're at 40 cents, not 60. So you'd sell it for 147. Then I'll invoice you for 20. And once I've invoiced you, I'll add them to the website. We'll make them official, all that good stuff. You keep the difference. 25, I'll bump it to $4 a unit. 97 a bucks for a 25 reseller account. And the same thing, you would pay me, again, it's 40 cents, so you'd only pay me $10. This pricing on here is for reseller partners that you would sell to. Michelle missed the important part. That's okay. We are, you'll be able to go back. Just note at where you are. Diesel, thank you. Diesel's been it since the beginning. He's one of our charter members. He's saying don't miss out on this opportunity, and he's given us best decision ever. Strong arms. Yes, very much so. Power play. So thank you for that. Sorry, Michelle, you got kids screaming, but I now go through this. If you hit me up, I can go through this one-on-one with you, or if you're a partner, which you are, you're in. We'll go back over this. So any questions on how the resellers work and paying me? And again, it's only 40 cents a unit. And does everybody understand why I have to charge that? You don't pay anything extra for the end user accounts. You're already paying that by your fee. But just when you go to sell resellers. And then if they want, we'll put them up on the website and everything else. I'm going to give it a minute and see if anybody has anything. Okay, that's about it for the moment. And that shows exactly what it is. Excuse me, the link is in the comments. Excuse me, I'll go back and edit it and put it at the top of the, man, throat's getting sore, too much talking. I'll put it back in there. Look at the 1 minute mark or show all comments under the video, and you'll be able to see my comment with the link. It's geniusmessengercrm.com, but right now you have to put the HTTPS www.geniusmessengercrm.com. LC Winford, sorry, this is being recorded. You can go back and watch it from the very, very, very beginning. We've still got room in the founding partnerships, and people have taken advantage of it during this call. Thank you. Excellent. Great decision. But we're still at a great, fantastic price point. If you can get in at founder at any price point, you're set. You can make this a full-time living if you want. Any questions? Because that's kind of the presentation. I do have, I don't think I want to take time on this particular call. I have, as I said earlier, a white label I'm doing that I'm going to tie into this. And you guys, if you guys want to resell that, I'll give you a discounted price on that. But I don't want to make that part of this. Let's just keep that to this, and I'll cover that with everybody later. That's coming out next week. Hopefully everybody liked it. Thank you for attending. I don't really have anything else to share. I don't think I missed anything. We talked about minimum advertised pricing. We talked about how to resell reseller accounts. We talked about how to resell end user accounts. We talked about the software. We showed you all the wonderful screenshots and how it works and what it does. If you're one of the people that missed a little bit here and there, or LC, my apologies if you missed it from being stuck in traffic. As soon as it loads up, this will all be rendered, and the recording will be available probably in 5 minutes after we close out. And you can go back and check it out. Any questions? I'm going to hang on for another minute or two here for any questions or comments or anything like that. Oh, John, thank you. I'm going to post that. Great presentation. I agree with Diesel. You got my vote for T5 Partner of the Week. Thank you very much. That means a lot. That really does. I appreciate you being here. Whether you're in, and some people on this call may not know what a T5 partner is. If I invited you here, come back and talk to me about it. If somebody else did, go back and talk to them about it. There's some other softwares that you can get involved in that fit really well with this. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm going to shut it down. We're going to come in under the 1 hour mark. I really appreciate everyone's time. The first thing I do when I get off of here, I'm going to walk around, get some blood flowing, drink some more water, get some nuts and seeds to eat, put some energy in my body, and then I'm going to go contact all of you who have purchased during this call, and I will reach out to you with a link to request to join our Facebook group, and I will make sure you have all of my contact info, so that as we get closer to development, you've got stuff. I'll make sure you've got access to all of the slides if you want to go start pre-selling now and start recouping your investment immediately. Go out there and do it, John. I'll make sure we have that discussion. Absolutely, I'll make sure we have that discussion. Cool. All right, we're at the hour mark. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This has been fun. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the questions. If you think of something when we hang up, reach me. Thank you, John. Yes, I make you do that. Have a beer. You deserve it. I don't usually drink beer, but I I may go do that. Thank you. So fantastic. If you think of any questions later, hit me up. I'm around. I'm not going anywhere. I'd love to have you on board, whether it's now or later. So thanks again. Have a great day. Appreciate everybody. Thank you.